note that there is a 12-year-old sleepover birthday party bash happening right now. So you might hear some dancing queen. It's like disco theme. So we're having a party over here, literally.
Let's go. James, how we doing?
Doing really well. And yeah, like I chuckled as you were doing the intro of yeah, it was scary. It was really scary going from, so I'm a historically a computer programmer, and this is the kind of mind that gravitates towards that is one who likes to be kind of cautious and plan things out and pay attention to detail and like kind of have things figured out and be able to simulate things in advance before you do it in real life. So the transition from that world of getting a paycheck every 2 weeks to everything's on you to do everything that you need to do to feed your family, pay your mortgage, and pay your car payment and everything. It was like it was nuts. So like I will never make light of that journey. Nor will I make light of the fact that it took me mindset wise a while to like get to that point. But once I started getting it, once I got the Russell Brunson books, once we started digging in, it was like, okay, I see the vision, I see the path, like I tell all of my people, like, all you need is to like pick someone. Like there's lots of frameworks out there and they pretty much all work. If someone's made money with it, it's worked for them, which means it can work for you, right? So you just kind of find a mentor or find a guide,
Yeah.
follow their framework, delete everything else, like pay attention to nothing else, just go all in with that way of doing it and you're going to have success. So I think Danny's way is definitely proven to work, and fully support everything he's talking about there.
And every time we get together, you go, I'm going to launch a fishbowl funnel. And I'm hoping that this is going to be the time. But James, we talked about it briefly, but we are going to be calling on James to come back and do some work inside of our serious student program and in some of the cool things we've got lined up as well. We're having a chat next week about what that's going to look like. But just in that, would you go back to the 9 to 5, I think, is the burning question. And maybe throwing that back out because clearly Roberta's like, no, sir. Rex, I don't know how many. Did you even have a 9 to 5? I don't even know if that even existed. But James, would you go back knowing what you know about what is possible online now that your eyes have kind of been opened?
No, and I'll give you a really concrete example of it. For 3 weeks, I took my family on the road. We rented an RV and we drove across the country. What job are you going to get where you can do that? Maybe after you've been there 5 years, 10 years, can you get 3 weeks? And if so, that's all of your sick days and your vacation days, like at least in this country, like kind of all rolled into one, right? So like the ability to do that, to have that location independence. And I'm blessed to be in a position in my business where I have people that are helping me actually do the delivery. So I'm not actually working 18-hour days anymore like I was in the beginning. Yeah, there's just no way. And I think the biggest reason why has been the personal development journey. Every time I hit a plateau or some threshold in my business, I'm always the bottleneck. It's always my inability to take the courageous act or to take the risk. And it's out of necessity, I must do those things. So therefore, I actually do those things, and I just become this more and more responsible person, more valuable to society. And I just never, I've, and maybe I did this wrong, but when I was working a job, I was playing a game. How can I position myself in order to get this to happen, so that can happen, so that I can feel safe? And here, it's like, okay, I need to provide my own safety for myself and for my family by getting very uncomfortable and doing things that I wouldn't normally do and asking people for money that I wouldn't normally ask. And the development that comes along with that is just like priceless.
Thank you, James, for sharing all of that. And I know time is short on this show, but you will be back and you will be sharing more. And I love coming on your stuff and your interviews. You need to check him out. Check everybody out that I'm bringing on the show tonight. I've got a couple more folks behind the scenes that I want to bring on. Then we'll kind of open the floor for 5 or 10 minutes. Then I've got the training from Madison, and we've got the notes and more to come. A big shout to Kim and Peter, everybody who's in the chat right now. Mike's in there. The chat's going crazy. Kim said a powerful share. For James. This is recorded whether you're watching live or on the replay. We're at the halfway mark, so I want to move fast. I want to bring people on. Next person I want to bring on has already provided an amazing video training and definitely one to watch. You'll see him at the conferences, you see him at the events, making big moves, building funnels, working with people, helping them with their tech and all of the different things that you need to kind of make this happen. You saw that amazing video from him earlier in the week. I want to bring on my good buddy Austin, who is super amazing. You see him in the ClickFunnels groups and secrets of success all around. Austin, how are you doing, buddy?
Doing great. How are you doing?
Doing good. And I think knowing you and knowing your journey and what you're aspiring to sort of move towards, I think people kind of would benefit from kind of hearing it from you, because you know you're honest, you're upfront, you say what you mean. And I think just to give people an idea of your journey and the fears that have kind of held you back, but where you're going now that you've managed to overcome some of that stuff, I think that'd be super cool. Not only can he build funnels, there's a bit of a cool story that goes with it. So anything you could share with folks to kind of help them on their own journey, man, I know it's good.
Yeah, definitely. Just to kind of give you a quick summary of my story, the whole funnel building world, I got into that world about a few years ago. So this is back in 2021. I'm kind of dipping my toes in this whole entrepreneurial world, and I'm like, oh man, I just need to get on the internet, try and figure out something, sell online, kind of all that jazz. And it was this thing of, I wanted to start a business, but I didn't know what business to go into. But I knew that funnels was somehow the way for it. And as I was diving deep into the Russell Brunson's books, ClickFunnels and everything, I realized that, funnel building is actually the vehicle for me to help other people. And it was until, I want to say it was 2022, they launched the funnel builder certification program, realized this was kind of my golden ticket, jumped right into it. And yeah, it's kind of crazy what happens when you kind of echoing what everyone said about changing your mindset, this from kind of limiting yourself to what can I do, that potential of that. And for me, it was always this thing of it's kind of imposter syndrome. Feelings of inadequacy. I mean, I feel everyone kind of has that feeling at one degree to another. And I feel for me, it was kind of oh man, it's I hear the call to adventure. I hear this call to do great things in life, but it's truly it is yourself that's holding you back. And so for me, it's I just had to get over this hump, and it was just kind of a small daily actions that I had to do. So it's just opening up ClickFunnels, started building funnels. I had to gain those skills. I remember at the beginning of building funnels, I was man, I don't know how people actually build funnels. It's, for me, it was so hard. And then after a while, it was oh man, this is actually so easy. But it was just that daily action of just going in there, jumping right into it, 2 feet in and going for it. So yeah, that's kind of a little about my story about how I got into the funnel building world. And yeah, just love this whole challenge of helping other people realize it's actually not that hard to go in and how easy it is.
It's so true. But I love what you said about those daily incremental moves that you do. Consistency is super important. James, Mr. Consistent, posted a video every single day. There's a reason why he does that, and you find that on his social media. Rex turns up, rain, shine. Roberto, consistency in your business. You've got to do the thing, right? You've got to make the moves. But if it's not overly difficult, if you start out on that journey. Now, we've got one more guest or 2 more guests before we throw this open to the floor, and we have a 5-10 minute discussion before Madison comes on. And these folks are, I've kind of not saved the best till last. Can I say that? We're in a room of great minds here, but I've got someone, couple of folks here very special. It's a father and son duo, and I've known of these guys for a long while now, and there's actually a book, and there's a project, and there's something really cool. Big part of my background was working with young people, teenagers and kids who were at risk of potentially getting into maybe mischief, or maybe they were not going to do too well in education, or maybe they were really academic, but they were just bored easily, or maybe we had a bunch of kids who couldn't realize the potential. And anything that's sort of to do with young people and empowering young people, I'm all for that, right? Everybody on the screen is probably all for that as well. And I've met these guys at a couple of conferences and I've seen them online, and I know how hard they work, and they've got an amazing project that's coming to fruition. And I'm fortunate enough, and I think a couple of other people on the call might have also been helping as well, fortunate enough to have been able to help out a little bit. I've been working with them over the last few weeks as well, and I know something amazing is coming. So they're kind of well into the journey, but in some respects, they're only at the beginning. I want to bring them to the screen. This is Nate and his amazing dad, Jeff, and brings to the screen. What? This is the Prodigy Kid. The guys, the minds behind Prodigy Kid. And I guess you guys, you know, we are on this journey. And for Nate in particular, I'm going to pick on you straight away, buddy, because I've been watching your videos, and you sent me a video before. And like, if it's all right with you, I want to play one of these videos in a second as well. Just kind of give everybody a flavor for what you're doing. But you're 15, right?
Yeah.
And you, at the age of 15, you've realized something, thanks to the amazing work of your dad over here, that it's possible to do this amazing thing online. Just talk to us a little bit about that and what you've got in your minds and where you're going with this stuff. I know we've not got a great deal of time, but what's this thing that you've realized at age 15 that I think everybody else watching this would just loved to have known at that age? Talk to me, buddy.
So I realized that school is just a system to get you into like knowing how to work a job. So like now that I know all this stuff, like the school system like doesn't actually help you out, and I understand all this other information from like going to Funnel Hacking Live and all this other events. Now that I have all this information, I'm gonna be able to like use this to actually help me and make my what am I trying to say? Make my future like it'll actually give me a bright future, and not how the school system would, I guess. I don't know.
You're saying exactly the right thing, and I think the big thing for me is the fact that you've realized this now. There's some people who might never realize this, and I think that's probably a shame, right?
Yeah, there's kids in school there's probably some of my friends probably have no idea what an entrepreneur is. Like, if I were to go up to everybody in my school and ask every single one of them what an entrepreneur is, I bet mainly half of them wouldn't know what it is, which is kind of sad, to be honest, because they're just getting put into the system, and everybody's doing the same thing over and over, going to school, getting a job, or going to school, going to college, getting a job to get a degree that doesn't even matter to do the job that they're doing. What's the point in having a degree if you're going to get a job that doesn't require that degree? Why not start at a young age and get successful young and retire as young as you possibly can, so you can live the best life you can possibly live?
I'm going to throw this open to the floor in a second, but I just want to bring in Dad, Jeff. You've supported and you've done everything in your mind, your power to get Nate to where he is now, but also you've learned a lot on your journey as well. You guys are out there, you're at the events, you're showing up, you're doing the thing. Talk to me a little bit, Jeff, about the vision, what's going on. Mention the book a little bit if you want, and then we'll have a bit of a chat between us before we move on. You guys are awesome.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so what brought this on was a near-death experience by me. I almost died when he was 8, and I was like, all right, I am going to, what limited time I have left, I'm going to give him the best education I possibly could. And at the time, I had found one of Russell Brunson's books, and I read it, and I freaked out. So I started going to Funnel Hacking Lives and bringing him along and going to different business events and taking him with us. Like, we've been in some big, big rooms, intimate rooms with big people, and giving him, opened his eyes really. And I've spent well over 50 grand, probably approaching 100 grand on coaching and training, and listened to thousands of podcasts and read hundreds of books and hundreds of books, and really, mined for the goal that I wanted him to know. Like, now what we've got is, he's kind of like what I would call a prototype, meaning he sees what's possible, and he has now the tools by which to make his dreams come true. He knows he's been to lunch sitting next to a guy that did over 100 million. Sitting to the left of him was a guy that did over 100 million. Sitting across from him was two people that did 10 million. Like, he's been around these people. So what we've done is we've created a program that allows other families to kind of join us on our journey and be able to plug into what we figured out. And it started out, like Danny said, we do have a book. It started with the Prodigy Kid book. And you guys, if you go to getrichyoung.club/opt-in, we can email you a free ebook of that copy, or you can go to Amazon and get the physical copy if you want. But the funny thing is, I wrote that book and it was live in 2019. Nate read it, of course, but none of his friends cared about it. They were like, yeah, whatever. It's like the golden rules in there, and the rule of 80-20, and write your goals down and think big. It's all in there, and I'm freaking out, and nobody cares. Like, blah, nobody cares. So when I figured out and explained to Nate and his friends how a kid can become a millionaire with a lemonade stand without selling one glass of lemonade, and explained how that worked, they all freaked out and clicked. Like, oh, I want to do that. Like, how can I start doing that? And they got it. So I found what made people get it and understand, and made these kids realize, like, wow, I can do that. And it all relates back to the simplicity of a lemonade stand. So that's kind of what we're launching right now. But Nate is doing a bunch of his own little things, like selling the waters within the Ultimate Lemonade Stand, and pressure washing. And now he's working on trying to figure out how to get an online store going. And
with that in mind, there's a bunch of stuff we've been doing this week, and we know that Nate, you're kind of into fishing and stuff, right? It's the man with a similar thing for me. We built up this crazy fishing business as part of the week. We're going to gift that to Nate, so you've got a head start with a big bunch of leads and all sorts of cool stuff that we've done in that. You can have that and get on with it. We'll work you to set that up. But Nate's going to be coming back as well, and Jeff, to not only promote their amazing work, but help some of you guys. And we want to kind of look at how we can involve young people as well. The chat's going crazy. You guys are all amazing, but I want to kind of throw this open to the floor, and I'll go around in the same order again, just sort of like from what everybody said, remarks, thoughts, things that can help people at home. Then we've got the training from Madison, and that's it for the week. So Rex Sykes.
Wow. I mean, look at who I'm surrounded by. I'm surrounded by people who know how to make money, and they don't only know how to do it, they're doing it. That's you, Danny, and Roberta, and James, and Austin, and Jeff, and
Net.
Sorry, I so apologize. What an incredible room to keep company. And for those watching, you're looking at people who are doing it. And if you don't go, I can do that too, I want to do that, and I will do that, I don't know what it will take to help you jump in, because you need to jump in. I mean, Nate, I am so thrilled that I want to be very respectful, but at a young age, you were getting this training, and you're taking charge of your destiny. I just wish that I had the same kind of wherewithal to know myself as well as you know yourself. And thanks to your dad, for all that you're doing together. That's just amazing. And Roberta, I love you. You're incredible. Making 7 figures on Amazon. And Austin and James, wow. So listen, people, here you are. They're doing it, and I get to be with them right here with you.
You're a legend in your own right, good sir. We appreciate every minute, every second. Don't forget, Rex and I, we're live every Wednesday. We've got some amazing guests, and go rexsykes.tv. You'll see all of that stuff. I've got to make some updates. I've been busy, but we've got a lot going on as well. Rex, we love you. Let's go around the room. Roberta, any thoughts, any comments, anything you want to share? If there's any questions as well, drop them in the chat, but go for it.
Yeah, just what an amazing blessing to be on this panel with all of you and meeting most of you for the first time. Starting with you, Rex, I'm going to get your book. I'm so glad to be connected with you. I'm going to be watching more of your stuff. Just amazing. Austin, it's a privilege to get to know you, sharing the funnels. And the common theme here, and James, and the common theme here is even just for the people I just mentioned, is we had to give something up. So there's a saying that, what are you willing to give up to go up? Right. And then to Jeff and Nate. So Jeff, the thing for Jeff where he almost died and realized, the path, right? And it was me when I only have one son. And then going on this Amazon journey while I was still a full-time employee to change the trajectory of my family. And it has. My son hasn't gone back. He joined my company in 2020. He hasn't gone back to work. He's not had a job since. But the main thing, Jeff, I have a grandson. He's 10 years old. Whether he becomes an intrapreneur, means works for someone else, but he will always be an entrepreneur in spirit, or he has the choice to even be an entrepreneur and be a business owner. And he's being exposed at a very, very young age, just like Nate. And with the new economy of AI and everything, this is the way. And like what Danny's offering, the one product, the one funnel, the one traffic source, this is the way. This is the gateway. So I'm super excited. Thank you, and super honored.
Thank you. Let's keep moving, James.
Yeah, so I'm realizing that for your audience, they're probably at a similar location where I was a couple years ago, where I was watching a virtual event. It was the Two Comma Club live thing, and there was a ton of it was like a 3-day thing, and then at the end there was an opportunity to do some stuff, and I was freaking out about it, to be honest with you. I was like, I want to go. I want to not do this by myself anymore. I want to not be alone. I trust the person up on the screen, and I really want to do this. And I'll say without question that this was the pivotal point for my journey, because voting for myself with money, investing in myself, raised my opinion of myself and increased the level of importance that I placed on the work that I was doing. Prior to that, I was kind of, I wasn't all in, say, I was kind of doing some things, checking some boxes, but not actually making progress. It wasn't until I made this investment, actually went in, joined the community, had a bunch of peers, immediately had a peer group of people that were on the same journey with me, and had a bunch of, self-confidence and just momentum that it all changed for me. So if that's you, know that everything that you want is on the other side of saying yes.
Thanks so much, buddy. And as I said, everyone's going to be joining us as we move forward in different points throughout our program and in other things that we're working on as well. Keep seeing you guys all over the place. It's a pleasure to work with you. Austin, any thoughts, my friend, before we move on and share some more amazing training?
Yeah, and no, it's so great being surrounded by awesome people and just being here as well. As like a lot of these people, these are the first time I met them. But yeah, the only thing that I would say, it's like you have to take action, because if you don't take action, you're not going anywhere. And so, but by taking that action, by doing those, whether it's like daily tasks or whatever, it's like that's where you're going to start making the progress and start seeing the big waves and seeing that whole progression. And then when you're able to look back, you're going to be like, wow, I'm so glad that I took that one action.
So many wise words from you guys. And just finishing off, Jeff, Nate, we're going to wrap this up. I want to play Nate's video as well before we go into Madison's training. We're going to say goodbye to all of you, our amazing guests, in a second. But any closing words from you guys just to kind of wrap up this segment?
Yeah, real quick. So we've been working one-on-one with you, and I've been in this world for a long time, and just now, this past week, I've created my first opt-in funnel that I'm proud of. That is at that getrichyoung.club/opt-in. That's the very first thing that I've ever done, but that's with your guidance. It's amazing how I know how to do it. I know all the things that are there, and I know what we need to be doing and what we should be doing, but it was your energy and your guidance that said, go do it. We need this done today, now. So that's it's priceless that what we've got so far, and we've only been at it for a week. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens after 2 weeks or a month of working with you. So I'm pretty pumped. So definitely, 10x what I was expecting from you. Like I said, I spent over 50 grand on coaches and different, some of these people, if I said their names, exactly who they are. They're ClickFunnels darlings. And I've gotten way more so far from you than anybody, and I appreciate it. So thanks a lot. And thanks for that store too. That's going to be that sets us in way ahead of the game where we would have been. So we dearly appreciate that.
You go get it 100%. And I look forward to seeing you guys bright and early Monday morning. The rest of you, Rex, Wednesday, Austin, James, and I'm speaking to you next week. Roberta will pick up where we left off. You guys, it's an honor to know you, an honor to work with you in all different ways. And there's so many people in the chat who, man, if we can all go on this journey together, it's got to be great, right? So I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. Thank you for joining us. I've got this training from Madison as well for everybody. Feel free to leave the studio. You can stay in the green room if you like. We've got a little 10-15 minute training from Madison. I'm going to play Nate's video as well that he's just sent me, which is kind of cool. You guys can watch on that and see what he's where he's up to and what he's working on and the message that he's putting out there. But from everybody in the chat right now, we'll play this video from there, and then we're going into this training from Madison, and we'll wrap the show up very soon. But thank you. Look forward to the next time. You guys are amazing. Bye, everyone.
Yo, it's Nate. I'm out here at the beach checking out the waves. I wish I could be surfing right now, but I gotta help my dad work. But check this out. I'm trying to get my online store started, but it's complicated. I've been making a couple $100 a day selling waters, doing pressure washing jobs, but I want to be making thousands of dollars a day, not just a little bit, a couple $100 here and there. So that's my next goal, and hopefully you guys can come along with me and watch me start my online store. And yeah, have a good day.
Looking to be on the beach, and let's hope that there's so much coming for you, my friend.
It wasn't the best video, but it was decent. I could have made it better.
Let's do it better. That's the thing, right? Started, and that's so important. You guys are amazing. I know I need to move on, and I could stay with you all day, but thank you, you guys. Everybody else who's dropped off already in the green room, you guys, there's a little chat. You can talk amongst yourselves as well. Make sure you all connect. But I'll see all you guys very, very soon. I'm going to do this training from Madison in a second, and then we'll close out the show. But thank you.
All right. Thank you, Danny.
See you guys soon.
See ya.
And bye. And Rex, thanks so much, buddy. Bye-bye. Right. That was the coolest thing ever, right? We need to do more. Let me know in the comments if you want to do more of this. And whether it's challenge week or just any week, because those guys are so much of an inspiration. And if you're in the right room with the right people, you can elevate yourself. Who's feeling empowered just by watching that stuff? And I want to kind of move on and get back into the groove of the training. I'll bring my slides back up. Don't forget the deal ends soon. I've got a training coming up from Madison right now, which is going to be awesome. And Madison, she couldn't resist, and she didn't want to sit in the sidelines. She's put something together that's pretty cool. Be about 5-10 minutes just with Madison, and then don't forget, I'm going to give you the notes as well. So stick around to the end. I'll come back on, close out the show, watch the training. And then we'll get back together in 5-10 minutes time, right? That's the plan. Let me know in the comments if that makes sense. And this is all about fishbowl funnels and the results that have been achieved with fishbowl funnels. And Madison's got some reinforcement of what we've taught you this week, right? So we've heard from the panel, you see the importance of getting started, taking action, making those small steps, going out there, making the commitment to yourself, saying yes to yourself. None of that was scripted. These guys, I threw them into a group chat and said, yo, will you come on the challenge? James didn't know what to expect. These guys didn't know what to expect. And they've come together and they've shared from the bottom of their hearts, their honest stories. Rex, such an amazing contribution. Austin, telling it as it is. You guys are amazing. And you guys who are watching now thinking, oh, man, I'd love to be doing that online thing. Now's your chance to get started, right? So Madison's going to come in with this. I've got a couple of other bits and pieces as well. We're probably going to run over time. Don't forget there's no VIP, so don't join that Zoom meeting. Everything's about this. Let's go. I'm going to play Madison on the screen right now. and let me know if that's working in the comments. I'm like, hey, we'll do it right now. And I'm like, oh, there's nothing. And Roxanne's like, oh, there's no video playing. Love an echo. Disappeared. The video went off. We're trying technical difficulties, doing our best to get Madison back to the stage. It's an amazing video as well. It's playing in a slightly different way. I did have this problem the other day as well. Man, it's such an amazing video, and I need to get that to you. So I think the best thing to do, rather than trying to play this on the thing and to cause us a technical problem, is we'll drop this into the group and we'll tag everybody in. We are live. We are live and direct. So I don't want to try and do technical stuff and re-uploading videos and all the rest of it. We will get that up into the group, and it will be worth the wait, right? So I'm gonna have to move past that a little bit, and I just want to kind of wrap this up. So we'll wrap this up. We'll drop this in the group. You guys can get that, and I'll give you the notes as well. So this is how you're going to get the notes. I'm going to change the plan on the fly, which is something you have to do in the entrepreneurial world, right? Once you've watched Madison's video, which is dropping in the group, right? I need you to comment on the watched it, and then I'll give you the notes, right? So it's only you guys who've watched this will know to go and watch that and watched it, or give me the notes, Danny, right? So that's the plan. Everyone understand what to do? So if you want the notes, you need to watch Madison's video, right? That's the game plan. So let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Improvisation 101. And I think Tara's worked really hard to send me a video as well. And I don't think I can play that because it's in the same system. So I've got videos from people that I wanted to drop in there, and we'll have to figure it out. So you can watch Madison's video, you can watch Tara's video in the group, and then you can watched it, and I'll send you the notes out. There's 22 pages of notes, and there's notes and quotes. Maybe there's a website domain in that somewhere. The challenge is more about more than just learning. It's about implementing. You're expected to take action every day, see real results. There's loads of good stuff in there, and it all comes from the minds of the people who you've seen on the screen. So you guys have got that. I'm going to drop Madison's video. We're going to drop Tara's video. You can comment on those, and I'll send you the notes in an inbox. So we'll keep that moving, right? So want to just recap on the week, recap on the deal. Don't forget, this is closing. There's a timer on there now. So this will run till 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. And once it gets to that point, we're going to shut it off. The timer is going to hit 0, and that'll be the end of that deal for now. So if you're still on the fence, you've literally got 24 hours to make that decision. Now, if there's anything holding you back after you've just watched all of that stuff, it's like, man, it's got to only be money, right? So if it's money, that's not your fault, right? If you've no money but you really want to do this stuff and you're like literally broke, I want to try and figure something out for you. So if you go to www.5shortdays.com, only if it's money, you want to do it, you're going to do it, you're going to do the work, but you've not got the money to pay, you go to www.5shortdays.com/schedule/money. I'm going to put that in the chat right now. So if you're like, oh man, I'm really struggling and it's going to cause me problems and I can't do it, but I really want to do it, and I've absolutely nothing at all, but you still want to do it, go to the link on the screen as soon as you're finished and book a 5-minute call with me, and then we'll talk about it and we'll figure something out, right? And that doesn't mean you're getting it for free, because nobody gets this for free. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be some kind of miracle that you're just going to get all this stuff and we're going to hold your hand, but we're going to do something for you if money is the issue. Now, if money's not the issue, why have you not signed up? Right? So if you got that money, you got a credit card, you got a bank account, you've got the money in after everything we've done and everything you know has come in. If there's a reason you haven't signed up, now's the time to tell me. If you want to tell me in an inbox, you can do, or you want to tell me in the chat, you can do, because it's important to me. It's like, if the reason's money, go to the link, book a call, and we'll look after you, right? Because there's no shame in that, because everybody's been in a position where they didn't have the money. But if the reason is something else, now is the time. I want you to be the success story for my next challenge. I want you to be able to achieve the goals and dreams that you set out to do. And I know that the fishbowl method is the way to get you there, right? It's worked for me. It's worked for Madison. I can't wait till you see that video. If the only reason you can't do it is money, go to the link on the screen down there, the schedule /money, book a call now. Go and do that like immediately, as soon as now or as soon as we finish. And we'll look after you. We'll do something amazing for you. But if there's another reason, tell me, right? Because you might be thinking, oh, I want to try what I learned in the challenge first. That's cool. But the information alone might not be enough. And without the accountability, you might drop off because you've got a million things to do and it won't be a priority. If I'm there live every single day and you know that Rex is coming in a few weeks and we've got Austin coming back to help you with stuff, you've got Madison coming in, you've got Siobhan coming in, you've got Roberta coming in, and you've got all these amazing guys, and you're seeing the Prodigy Kid project working. Don't be looking through the window trying to figure out this stuff yourself. If you could just invest in the program and we can hold each other accountable. We've got the community, we've got the group, we've got everyone working together, right? Don't let that timer hit 0. Man, I've taken a long time to get to this point so you don't have to go that hard way, right? This is years of work. This is not just something that we threw together in 5 minutes for the sake of a challenge. And we've got so many success stories. Madison's video was like going to be the icing on the cake, right? She's got so many success stories. She's done this in all different niches. We worked together for a long time doing that. There's a lot of people that are getting really good success from this method, and we want to share that. We want to give you that, right? So if you're thinking, oh man, I'll try what I learned in the challenge first, that's cool, but you might not make it because you might fall off, or you might think, oh man, I'm busy, or maybe I'll catch up, and it just won't happen. The accountability, the Voxer, all of the things you're going to get in that program are key to moving you forward and getting this done fast, right? And look, there's another thing you might be thinking is like, will I get my money back? Typically, an email list is worth, and even in the worst case, like the worst like cases I've ever seen where a client's come to me and they've gone, oh, I've got this email list and I'm not really making much money. Typically, an email list is worth around $1 a month per customer, right? So if you've got 1,000 people on your list, every month you should make $1,000 if you're mailing offers, right? So over a year, you make 12 grand. So at the end of the year, you'll have money to spare. Does that make sense? So unless you've absolutely nothing to invest right now, in which case we'll talk about it. We'll sincerely, you can show me what the issue is and what we need to do together to figure that out. But if you've got money and you're thinking, man, there's another reason, what is that reason? I want to know about it, because it helps, but it also helps you. And sometimes it's just like James said, like literally saying yes to yourself. And I know there's other programs and other stuff going on, but there's nobody teaching this. And it's almost like the long lost funnel. We said it on the VIP that the way this works is it actually reverses the bounce rate and turns it into conversion rate. The majority of the funnels that we're running with the fishbowl are upwards of 60% conversion rates, opt-in rates. And that list is gold because everybody puts the name, email, and phone number because they want to know if they're going to win. Can you do it alone? Your money will come back. Your time won't. And we could be started on Monday morning working together, all together, moving forward. And there's a great bunch of people. Some of the people you've seen on the screen are in the program. There's others who just joined last night who are in the program. People who are in the chat right now in the program. And we want you to be in there. We want you to be successful. Tara's in there. Don't waste time. She's probably in there. You can comment on both videos. Kim, just like, I'll send you the notes. You know, Kim, you legend in the game, you're into all of this stuff, and I'd love to see you in the program too, right? So Cooper, if you're like, oh no, Danny, I want the notes, and I'm like, maybe you might not have the money right now, hit me up on a call, man, and let's talk about it. Rex is still in the green room. I was going to bring Rex Sykes back on if it's all right with Rex. Is it all right to bring you back on? Just nod your head if we can bring you back on. He's like, can we do it? Should we do it? Has he got his background on? Is he like ready to go for that? Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to bring Rex. Should we bring Rex Sykes back on for 2 minutes, everybody? We'll do that in a second, right? As Tara's summed it up beautifully, right? So if you've no money and that's the only reason you can't do it, go to that link in the red. If you have got the money and there's no other reason, then you go to the link on the screen and get signed up, and let's start. Let's do it. Let's move. I'm going to bring Rex back on just for a quick chat because I know he's waiting patiently. Rex, we've got this program. There might be some people still on the fence. We've done all of that. We've spent the whole week together. There might be some resistance still. What could we say just to kind of get people signed up and make sure they're taking action from Monday morning?
Wow. Well, if you want your life to change, you need to do something to change your life. Because if you do nothing, nothing changes. when an opportunity is there in front of you, if you don't grab it, what are you left with? You're left with an empty hand. The thing is that you have been exposed to this material, exposed to the people who are using it, exposed to people who are helping you with it. So if you're still on the fence, I recommend diving off. I recommend jumping in, taking a chance, and finding out just how far you can go with something like this. Your investment is minimal compared to what you can honestly expect to make back. I mean, like Danny said, if you have 1,000 people with at $1 a month, you should be making 1,000 or 2,000 people. And you go, well, I don't have a mailing list. That's at this moment. What happens when you do? So if you're thinking about why you can't do it, remember what I said. If you think you can or you think you can't, you're correct.
Yeah,
but never let what you cannot do prevent you from doing what you can. So figure out a way to do it and then make it happen for yourself.
Thank you, Rex. I know I've just pulled you back in off the out of the green room on the moment, and I'm not going to keep folks. So I'm going to say one final goodbye to Rex Sykes. Thank you for everything you've done for me, for everybody in the chat, for all of the things you've done this week. I look forward to next time. But I'm just going to close out this show. People know the information. They're going to make a choice. They'll see us on Wednesday. We've got an amazing guest. It's all going to be super cool. Look out for all of that stuff I said. But Rex, thanks for just jumping back on and just helping me with that one thing. I will see you very soon. Bye. So Rex Sykes, everybody, you've heard it from the Mindset Master. Look, even if it took you 3 weeks, not 3 days like we did to start building your list, Don has got almost 300 people in 3 weeks, right? So he should be making $300 a month once this gets moving and he's mailing out the offers. And it took him 3 weeks to get to that point, and he's spent like a minimal amount of money to do that. Is literally $10 a day. It's affordable. It works. And when you see Madison's video, you're going to freak out, right? So I'm not here for the hard sell, but it is like my duty to get you to sign up to this thing, because the Fishbowl method is aware. There's only us that have perfected it. Ads will kill an e-commerce business because of the margin. This is a great way to get people onto the list before you sell them at a low cost. Information alone, is it going to do it for you? You need that accountability and daily task, then this is for you. And I've seen you on my Google Analytics. All of the people, I know you, I know where you live, you've told me in the chat, and I've looked at analytics and I can see the little dots on the map. You're on the page, you're just about there with it. Something's stopping you, inbox me, tell me what it is. And if the only problem is money, go to that link that I put up just a minute ago. You can book a private call with me, tell me exactly what you need, and we'll figure it out, right? So there's no reason you can't do this program. I figured out everything for you. If there's another reason, we'll figure that out as well. You guys are amazing. And I want to wrap up the show, right? So one last reminder, what you're going to get if you sign up for Serious Student, www.5shortdays.com/Serious Student. You get full access to the Customer Center, which is live now, the community, which is live now. You get a personal one-on-one planning session with me, which you'll be able to book straight away. You get that weekly accountability starting on Monday. You get the daily do-its. So every day we give you something to do, and then you can report back on weekly accountability. You get mentoring and accountability and guidance from the guys you've just seen, who are all going to come back and offer you some insight and expertise. You get me on Voxer as well, and the opportunity to partner. You can be an affiliate when we launch the challenge again. The next challenge is going live 30th of September with a new refined offer. I want you to be my success story. That's hence the price. And that's like answering Madison's point. Why is it such a low price? It won't be like this when we do it again. Trust me. You get the complete Fishbowl framework. Madison's throwing in a lot of bonuses as well. Going to give you the notes just for watching her video and Tara's video. You get the GPTs and all the other bits that we're going to add to this as we move. And you get that brand new AdSet Gold program worth $4,000 that is going to be bringing together the expertise of the great minds that you've just seen and more. This is like probably the craziest, best deal we've done. We've spent all week with you. We've given you all of this stuff. Yes, you could try it alone, but wouldn't it be cool to go with all of us together, all at the same time? And the only barrier is either money or like Danny's crazy and you don't want to be in the room with these folks. So make your choice. The link's on the screen. It's one last call. The timer will hit 0 at midnight on... It's like midnight, basically, Sunday night, 11:59 p.m. The timer is going to hit 0. Too late will be the cry when the man with the funnel has passed you by. I'm just going to share that screen so you can sort of see the amount of time that's left on the clock. Right now, we've got 1 hour, or 1 day, 9 hours, 19 minutes, 46 seconds. There's enough time to get in. You figure some stuff around, whatever you need to do. All the information is on the page. Everything you're going to get, you scroll down, you see what you're going to get, you see the payment, you see the deal. You just put your card detail in. You can pay for the year if you want. You fill in the stuff, and you're on. And you get all instant access. You can watch Don's video down there as well. But look, I'm going to stop sharing the screen. I'm going to come back to the video. I'm going to thank all of the guests. I'm going to thank each and every one of you in the chat for taking part. Tara, you're amazing. Peter, you're amazing. Kim, amazing. Rex Sykes, thank you. And to James and Roberta and Austin and Prodigy Kid, Madison, Siobhan, everybody who's joined us on the challenge. So many great minds, so many people supporting this, and I'm eternally grateful. It has been an amazing week. And look, Saturday night, we're still doing it. There's no VIP tonight. So if you're thinking, no, man, where's the VIP? There is no VIP. That was like the last session of that's over with. But I just want to play a couple of videos to wrap this up with. Madison's is going to go in the group, so you'll be able to watch that in the group as soon as possible. And then I can send you these notes as well. So make sure you hit me up if you don't see that video, you need the link or something's missing, or you're watching on another channel and you're like, oh man, crazy. I'll play the roundup video again one more time, but I just want to show you, for the investment 997, you could spend a lot more than that just building one funnel that doesn't work and doesn't get you one lead. And I've got a video, and I've played this a few times. This is somebody who was trying to build just a funnel. And think of all the stuff with the ads and everything else you're going to get from us for this price. So I want to play this video, come right back to you, and then we'll wrap it up, right? You guys are amazing.
I have been wanting a funnel for so long, and I started doing lots of research, looking at different funnels. I know what a landing page is, but I knew a funnel was more, and I wanted to have one for our business. So I started calling companies. I would do a lot of research, and having somebody do a funnel for me was so damn expensive. $5,000, $10,000, maybe $2,000, but lots of add-ons. And I was just like, God, this is crazy. I did get an email, $87 will build your funnel. I signed up immediately. I'm like, oh my God, this is so great. There's got to be a catch. Well, there's a catch. 6 weeks later, I'm still waiting for my $87 funnel that I haven't received.
The choice is yours. One last time, the link's on the screen, 5shortdays.com/serious student. If you're a serious student, you want to start with us. And if you're just thinking, crap, I really want to do it, but I just literally can't find the money, and then hit me up on this link, /schedule/money. We'll have the conversation, and I will do my best to get you into this program. Once you've booked, drop me an inbox and say, Danny, I've booked a time, and let's make it happen for you somehow, right? And I guess everybody else who's in the fortunate enough position to be able to invest right now, they, I'm sure, would be happy with me having conversations with people who are not in that position, knowing that we could get there together, right? So that's my thinking around it. I can't keep it open any longer, because once we start on the start date, I'm going to close it down. I'm going to reconfigure it all, get it ready to be repriced, redo all the slides and all the rest of it. We're going to do it live again in September. If you are in the program, you do get to promote that as well. I am paying out up to 50%, depending on where you are and what you're doing. Opportunity to partner as well. But look, it's been an awesome week, and I'll lie down in a dark room and recover. You guys are amazing. If you need me for anything, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. Book the call. Get on board. Sign up. Do what you need to do. I can't wait to see you on the start. Can't wait to see you on the next thing that we do. If you want to watch again, you can watch again in September. But don't miss this deal at this price, because we're never going to do it at this price ever again. I'm traveling over the next few weeks as well, so there's going to be some interesting, shall we say, behind the scenes opportunities for the folks who are in the program. And if you want the 22 pages of notes from the quotes and all of this cool stuff, make sure you watch the video from Madison. I'll drop that in the group as soon as I can. But from me, from everyone behind the scenes, it's Danny Walsh, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you.
Another year slips by, and there you are, deep in your lab.
How do they get out of the way and get the mind right before they start doing this thing, this stuff? That's the question.
Well, it's you may or may not like this answer, but you have to stop what you're doing and start doing something else. I mean, it's kind of like if you're going down the street and you realize you're headed in the wrong direction, you need to stop and turn around.
But inside of ClickFunnels, you can do this thing called the build a funnel. And it's dead easy.
And this is why I'm here today, and why I love what Danny's teaching, and why I love ClickFunnels, and I'm super excited.
I just couldn't sit on the sidelines, right? I gotta tell you guys this information, and so it's probably only gonna be a couple minutes. I'm gonna try to keep it short, but I want to just jump into it. So is everybody cool if I just jump into it? I did another softball bat. That's 1,000 opt-ins. Did this one with Danny. We did this as a Monster DJ giveaway. That is 400 cold. These are all cold traffic.
Okay, so I just wanted to share something because I just signed up for Danny's offer, and there's a serious reason why I did.
Thank you to Danny for inviting me to be a part of this 5-day challenge and to talk about ClickFunnels and how easy it is to build funnels.
That's what it's all about. It was never about the money for the hobby business. It soon became apparent we were there to help people with mental health or disabilities to get out of the house. That brought us more joy than getting money off people.
Here, but I got to say this, Danny, you are giving away the farm, my man. I am sitting here going, oh my God, you have set something up so incredible for people. I'm like going, yes, that's right. Let's do it.